If you're just done with your boards and you're confused how to get started with your CLAT preparation, this is the video for you. Hello everyone and welcome to NLTI. Most students they relax once their boards are done, but the toppers they plan how their CLAT preparation have to look like after the boards are done. So this is something which we are going to understand today in this video. What exactly changes after your boards? See, for your boards, your mindset is pretty much different. You are going to aim for completing the entire syllabus. You are going to prepare direct questions that might be tested in your exam, and boards are much more about how well you can retain things in your mind. It's more about your memory. While it is very different for CLAT. CLAT begins with reading. And it is very important that you should know how much time has to be devoted for reading and also how well you can reason all that reading. Secondly, CLAT exam is completely passage based. There are going to be passage and associated with those passages are going to be some questions which are going to be in MCQ form and you have to answer those questions. And since it's a multiple choice question based exam, it is a lot about decision. Now let's understand how does the CLAT exam really look like. So CLAT has 120 questions which you have to complete in 2 hours, which means 120 questions in 120 minutes. Precisely you have 1 minute per question. Secondly, the entire exam is passage based. Like I've already mentioned, there are going to be passages and associated with those passages are going to be some MCQs. Thirdly, there is going to be negative marking for every incorrect answer. Negative marking is going to be of 0.25 marks. Now, and what we have observed is that the English section that is there in the exam is based on passages around literature and opinion, and these passages are little dense and long to read. The GK passages are around news, current affairs, any international event that is happening, and questions are associated with the same. Legal reasoning section is around application of principles that will be given to you in the passages. Logical reasoning section is going to be around identification of argument and giving proper reasoning for the same. While quantitative techniques is going to be around interpretation of data that will be given to you in the passages. These are going to be the 5 subjects that will be tested in the CLAT exam, and all of it is based on just one skill. Reading and understanding things properly. Now let's understand what kind of mistakes aspirants usually make after their boards are done. Firstly, after the boards, the students they pick random books, they start with random GK and they start solving random questions. Without any structured approach, the preparation is not going to help you. So it is very important that you plan your preparation first. So it is always advisable that before starting your full-fledged preparation, you should first do a PYQ analysis. Go through at least 2 to 3 past year question papers, understand the pattern, the types of question being tested, and identify the areas where you think you will struggle the most. Now let us understand how things have to be approached subject by subject. Let's get started with the English section. So what really goes wrong in the English section that usually CLAT exam test passages based on literature, policy discussion and social issues. The passages are usually dense but still easier to understand if you have good reading speed. So yes, reading speed is one of the edge. Secondly, passages are easy. What really is difficult are the options. Why? Let us understand. Now, the passages that are going to be there will discuss both sides of all the issues that will be there. One of the questions can be about the tone of the author in the passage, and the options that you will be getting will be around strongly critical, supportive, neutral or cautiously critical. Now, all of them they look slightly identical, and there is a possibility that the students might pick the most extreme answer, which can be wrong. Since the passage is giving both sides of the issue, the answer has to be something balanced, right? And this is something which a lot of students they get wrong. So do proper PYQ analysis so you understand how questions are being put in this section. Now, how you will be able to build this skill? So, for English section, start reading editorials as many as you can. And for the same, you can refer to editorials from the Hindu and the Indian Express. Start reading long form articles from different credible sources and try to solve questions around tonality, structure and depth of the passage. Now, let us understand about the GK section. In the GK section, reading news alone is not going to be sufficient. In the GK section, usually your international summits, treaties, government policies or current affairs are tested. And the questions are not going to be direct. And now to get started with your GK preparation, you can start with editorials and news from the Hindu, the Indian Express, and of course you can always refer to monthly current affair compendiums. It is going to be extremely useful for you in your revision as well. And do not forget to make your own self notes. Do not refer to a lot of sources. Please refer to specific number of resources consistently. Now let us understand how the legal reasoning section has to be prepared. See, one thing that we have observed in the legal reasoning section in the past few years, that the passages are usually around some constitutional issue, some governance related issues, marriage laws, policy debates and much more. And usually any legal principle has been established or discussed in those passages. And the questions are not around the meaning and objective of those legal principles, but it is more about how well you can apply those legal principles to any problem that is given to you. Now, for example, any legal principle has been discussed in the passage, but the facts are slightly changed. In that case, the students might think that what does the real law say? Now, you have to keep this in mind that any outer knowledge that you have is not relevant for the examination. Anything that has been written in the passage, the principle that has been discussed in the passage is going to be Bible for you. However, it is always suggested that if you are familiar with the legal principles, it's going to be much easier for you to understand the entire problem and apply it and answer it correctly. For the same, you can refer to legal news from Live Law or Bar and Bench, and do not forget to read legal news from the newspapers as well. And just like every other subject, keep on practicing legal reasoning questions. Let's proceed ahead with the logical reasoning section. What we have observed in the past few years, that initially a lot of dominance was given to critical reasoning from the year 2021 to 2025. However, very recently in the last year's exam, analytical reasoning had more number of questions. And the topics that were tested in the recent exams were around cause and effect, assumptions, solutions and argument strength. So if you really want to get started with good preparation of the logical reasoning section, start solving CLAT level mock passages, start solving structured reasoning sets. And for your preparation, you can always refer to good YouTube channels as well, but make sure you are only referring to reliable CLAT channels for your logical reasoning section. Now let's proceed with the last subject of CLAT, which is quantitative techniques, which usually most of the learners find most difficult. The quant section usually have around 10 to 12 questions, and most of them are around percentage, ratios or tables. Now, for good DI preparation, make sure that you are aware and acquainted with basic class 10th level NCERT mathematics, and you are solving CLAT level DI sets from mocks and PYQs. Also, please restrict your preparation and solving of questions from one standard book only. Do not refer to a lot of sources, and always keep in mind that the ratio and the percentage of DI section, quant section in the CLAT exam is pretty much limited. So do not over solve it, do not waste a lot of time, energy and effort in the DI and the quant section. So now let's understand how your preparation after the board should actually look like. So you have to start with reading clarity. Develop a reading habit, because that is something which is going to stay with you for the rest of your life and is going to be extremely helpful for your entire preparation. Secondly, do proper reasoning practice. Start solving questions around logical reasoning and legal reasoning that can give you a lot of edge and a lot of extra marks in the examination. Thirdly, do a quick GK recall. Read and revise GK concepts and make sure you're making your own self notes as well. and understand the pattern. Analyze the PYQs carefully, understand what sort of questions are being tested, and it can be really helpful for you. And be consistent. Nothing beats consistency, and consistency is going to increase your focus and eventually your overall rank as well. I hope you found this strategy useful and you're going to apply all of it in your preparation after your board examination. Do not worry, the journey has just started, and if you are going to be consistent and disciplined throughout your preparation journey, the results are going to be great. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for more.